Alright guys, we're back out here at the IBC tote slash bluegill tank that I built. Filter seems to be doing pretty well. The water is actually very clear now. You can see the PVC pipes that I had put in on the last video that you couldn't really see then. You can see all the way to the bottom and see them just fine. So the filter's doing its job. I'm probably not going to post a video in and of itself of just building the filter because I only have one of these. I don't have any other ponds that I'm going to use the filter in, so it'd kind of just be a waste. I did, however, take some pictures of this filter while I was building it. I'll probably just post those at the end of the video along with a kind of a description of how I built it. So today I go to PetSmart to try to buy some more minnows because it looks like a lot of the fish are, evidently the bluegill are eating up the minnows pretty fast. I was going to go buy some more, but they told me that the last shipment of goldfish and minnows and all that stuff they had got in, all the feeder fish type stuff has ick. So I decided not to buy it. I bought some ghost shrimp instead. I read online that they're kind of good for taking care of the bottom of the tank and keeping it clean if they don't get ate. But I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this video. They are extremely tiny. Let's see. I'm not sure if you'll even be able to see them in there. Probably not. Anyways, they're super small. So instead of putting them in the tank right now, I'd like to let them get a little bit bigger before I just dump them in here. So I took a 5-gallon tote that I had laying around, and I drilled some holes. Let me see, I don't know if you can see this. I drilled these 3 holes here, and this 1 hole back here. The idea of it is the hose will go in here, fill up to this point, and overflow into the pond so that these get some aeration and circulation as well as the big tank itself. I'm not too concerned if the shrimp kind of overflow and get into the pond. It's not that big of a deal to me. I bought 15 of them. That's pretty much all they had. So we'll see. I'm going to try to set it up there. These are some just, these were actually off of a weight bench that I had when I was younger. I'm going to just set these across the tote up here and set that tank on top of these and let the water kind of flow through there. So I'm going to see if it'll work real quick. So I've got the hose ran through. Guess I should try to show you guys. Okay, so I just, the hose, I mean this has these little holes, so I just ran it through there and looped it around. Have it sticking through the top hole here. I'm going to try to zip tie this so it doesn't fall out while it's going. Hopefully it'll fill this up and it'll run out without pushing all my shrimp out. Alright, so I just put a couple, all I have is some small zip ties, but I put a few of these little zip ties on here just to help keep it hose from falling off. So we'll turn the water on here and see if it works. Alright, it seems to be working somewhat. There may be a little too much commotion in the shrimp, I don't know. We'll see how they do it for a day or so, and then we'll decide if we keep it like this or not. It does look like it'll aerate the tank quite a bit better though. It's a lot more bubbles better on them there. But you may not be able to see the bottom of the tank because it's down now because it's so much moisture in the water, but it's actually quite a bit more clear. We'll let those sit in there for a few minutes to kind of... Actually, I think they'll be okay. Pretty much just going to continue to water inside the bag, so I'm not super worried about it. I think it's going to go. Alright, so we may do that instead. Before it was kind of blowing the shrimp everywhere in there. Just the way it still gets some circulation. Maybe it'll do a little bit better like that. We'll see. Anyways, that's the update on the tote. We'll see how the shrimp do. Thanks for watching. There'll be more videos to come. Okay, so this really doesn't have anything to do with the bluegill or ghost shrimp, but this is a 55-gallon drum that I decided that I was going to make a compost pile in for our garden that we plan on making next year. It's actually the lid out of the tote that I cut off for the hole, so we can call that part of the bluegill tank. Anyways, looks pretty nasty in here. When I first did this, I put a little bit of dead leaves and some sticks in there, and that's pretty much it. The only other thing that I've been putting inside of here has just been fruit and vegetables and maybe some grass trimmings whenever I cut the grass. Those plates are compostable plates. But it's not really, it's just kind of sitting in here rotten. Like everything's kind of getting rotten, and there's some fly larvae in there. Looks kind of gross. what I read online was that when you don't put enough of the brown stuff in there for the carbon, that's kind of what you get. It doesn't really go through its process correctly, and it just kind of sits in there and rots, and it doesn't actually do its thing right. So it's a dog. Aside from that big pile, which I'm not going out there to, you don't really have a bunch of dead leaves or anything laying around out here. So what was suggested online was you could go and buy this stuff here from Tractor Supply. Should have no chemicals or anything added. It's just like wood pellets. And they say that you can put this in there, and this is a really good thing to add to it when you have this problem. So I'm gonna add like half this bag, give it a few days, come check it out and see what it looks like. If it doesn't look much better, then I'll probably go and put the whole bag in there, see how it goes from there. If you have any solutions to my problem or what I'm doing wrong, comment below and let me know. I'll post the pictures of the bucket, the biofilter that I built right after this.